Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So the Tudor, a little update. The Tudor Black Bay 58 Silver did not work out for me. I liked it. I really did like it. It was a beautiful watch. I liked it being silver. I like the color of the dial. They did great with that watch. I really think that was probably the best 2021 release from Tudor. I already have a sub, and I was just thinking about the whole collection, where I'm taking it and everything. I'm thinking, I know that, CW Watch Shop has some Panerais, and I think I'd rather get a Panerai. So that's what I did. I turned that one back in and picked up this, which I have already reviewed. This is the Panerai RADIOMIR Black Seal 45 millimeter case. But I reviewed this, I don't know, about a month ago, I think. And out of all the ones that I reviewed, this one really stood out. I just like how simplistic the dial is. It reminds me of the original Panerais from 1938. The original RADIOMIR was in 1938. The Luminors came out a little bit later. I just think that, with the seconds, the sub-seconds, they did have sub-seconds. They also had just no seconds at all, just time only. But this one just harkens back to the older Panerais, in the beginning. So, and there is, if you look at that beautiful black dial, it almost in this lighting has some texture to it, which I really didn't notice until now, which looks real good. I don't know if that's just my lighting in here, but you kind of can see some texture. Now this dial is a sausage dial. You have a sandwich or sausage. This one is the sausage. So you can see where the lume plots have been etched out, and then they just stick the lume right on top. So that's what they call it, the sausage dial. So just gorgeous. L, Swiss made L down there at the 6 o'clock. I really wanted a Panerai. It wasn't until, getting one, in the steel a few times to look at to really appreciate them. I think they're just great timepieces. I think they're underrated. There's a lot of history in them. And like I said, I think they've been around, I think the brand came out, 1860, but they originally were just making clocks, gauges, stuff like that for the Italian Navy. And then they got into watchmaking a little bit later on. 1938 for the first RADIOMIRs. And I think, from what I understand, not until the early 90s or late 90s when they came out with the Panerai for sale to the public. So these are really, if you look at all the other watch brands out there, these are kind of new to the actual civilian. These were first just made for the Italian frogmen, for the Italian Navy, and they'd only produce maybe 20, 30 of them a year, for many years. So if you're able to find original ones from back then, the original models, they're worth quite a bit of money. And yes, the originals were made, the cases were made by Rolex, the movements were made by Rolex. Which who better would you have, make your cases and movements? Rolex is one of the top manufacturers out there. So I think that's great. Very cool history. But these RADIOMIRs have the wire lugs, which I like just because it feels so much better on the wrist. The Luminor has the actual lug horns that come out, and which is nice too, but it's just a little bit taller on the wrist. These are pretty much a 45 millimeter square is what it is. And then if you measure the wire lug, it goes out to about 48 to 49. So, and then the thickness I think was about 14.5 in thickness. So very thin. This case is completely polished all throughout. And this case is a screw down case back. I know that a lot of the newer entry-level base models nowadays are snapbacks. So this is a screw down, which I think is real cool. And it does have the ETA manual wind movements in these. I think they're ETA. But gorgeous. They look, too bad we couldn't see it. I know some models are, have a clear see-through case back, and you could see the movement. And the movement looks a lot like the old style Rolex movement. So very nice. Just gorgeous. I think the movement, what is it? I think it's the OP2, I think is what it is. I don't know if it's ETA or Unitas. I think it's Unitas. But really strong, sturdy manual wind movement. And I just love just how simplistic the watch is. I mean, it's a manual wind movement, screw down crown, pretty much time only. Yeah, you have seconds, but you can't hack it. And I like that there's no date. Sapphire crystal. Easy to wear on the wrist. Let me put it on my 7.5 inch wrist. Super easy to wear. And also very comfortable. So here it is on my wrist. You can see the down the barrel shot, but just very nice. 26 millimeter strap, and it tapers down to, I don't know, maybe at 20. But lots of wrist presence. I mean, it's a big watch, but it's not tall. And the dimensions that'll really hurt you on a watch are that wingspan, the tip to tip. So this coming in, 48 or so, that's not bad. Some of these bigger watches, some Breitling and stuff like that are all the way about 52, 55. They're just real big, and this still fits real nice on the wrist. Let me do a lume shot real quick. Now this is just on its regular Panerai original equipment strap. I am going to source out a new one. This one's it's an okay condition, but it's got some miles on it, so I'm going to source a new one out, probably just from Panerai. I'll go straight to Panerai to get one, but just a good looking piece. Let's lume it up. Wow, okay, I'll kill the lights real quick. So there is the lume shot. Great looking lume. Wow. I like that, just gorgeous. Even the second hand's all loomed up. Highly legible. Nice piece. So thank you to the guys over there at CW Watch Shop. I appreciate it. You guys need to check them out. I'll have a link in the description below to their website. But they've got Rolex, they've got Panerai, IWC, Breitling, Omega, a lot of brands. So just great place to buy pre-owned timepieces. And that's CW Watch Shop. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for always going along on my journey here. Sometimes I'll flip-flop and here and there buy different watches, but it's whatever speaks to me. And the Tudor was just a gorgeous piece, but I was like, man, I already have a Tudor. I already have a Rolex Sub, which I just love to wear, and I didn't think that I'd wear the Tudor all too much. Plus, it being silver, I was a little afraid to wear. I didn't want to bang it up. And I do like the look of polished stainless steel. And ever since I've been reviewing these Panerais, I've wanted one, especially this model here. So anyway, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for following. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.